This is the AEW Dynamite November 29, 2023 full show results video which takes place at Target Center in Minneapolis. The show started with the Continental Classic Gold League match which happened between Jay Lethal vs. Jon Moxley, and the result of this match was Jon Moxley defeated Jay Lethal by submission with a body scissors sleeper hold, earning 3 more points, and now he has 6 points in his plate. We get a collision promo from Eddie Kingston about how he knew the tournament was gonna be tough and maybe he came in too arrogant and too cocky, putting his belts in like he deserves to win. He's got Bryan next and now he's behind the 8 ball and he's not gonna go back, humble in victory, humble in defeat. Bryan Danielson fires back from commentary about how he's coming in hot even with a surgically repaired eye. Back from the commercial, Toni hypes up Revolution 2024 on March 3rd and introduces Sting and Ric Flair. Sting says he never would have guessed he'd be standing here now after all that, a 45-minute draw, and Flair says the words cannot be spoken with the volume and emphasis as to what's going to happen at Revolution in the place where Sting made himself. He's 74 years old, he's lucky, he's standing next to the icon, he works for Tony Khan, he works with Toni Schiavone, and now he's honored to go back to Greensboro and be at Sting's side for the end. Then we saw the AEW Continental Classic Gold League match which happened between Mark Briscoe vs. Rush, and the result of this match was Rush defeated Jay Briscoe by pinfall with a corner dropkick, earning 3 points. Backstage, RJ City interviews Toni Storm about her championship celebration and tells her she's got a title defense next week. Maxwell Jacob Friedman makes his entrance, walking with a cane, and he says Samoa Joe is his hardest challenge ever, and as a person, he doesn't like him, but professionally he respects him, what he's done in the business, and that he didn't come here to line his pockets but because he believes in AEW. But what Joe did for this sport was bigger than that, and he proved you don't need to be a bodybuilder to be a top guy in this sport. Samoa Joe broke the mold and proved alternatives matter, and because of the road he paved, MJF can stand before you today. Without a guy like Joe, there may be no AEW, so as much as it pains him, he wants to thank Joe. He doesn't care how badly his body falls apart if Joe is King Kong and Godzilla incarnate because he promises on December 30th that it's not the size of the dog in the fight, but the fight in the dog, and if Samoa wants to take what's his, he'll have to put him down. MJF snaps the cane over his knee, and the lights go down and start strobing, and the Devil's Goons hit the ring and hold MJF in place, but Joe makes the save as he promised. Text types out across the screen, saying in the shadows the game begins, and Joe and Max will face the unknown in a tag match. Is MJF a hero? Max is sick of the Scooby-Doo bullshit and he won't deal with their crap while Joe is breathing down his neck, so he'll take them out one by one and unmask the devil, and if he wants a tag match, he's on. Joe is upset about it but MJF tells him off. The next match happened between AR Fox vs. Wardlow, and the result of this match was Wardlow defeated AR Fox by referee stoppage with a last ride. The next match happened between Action Andretti and Top Flight, Dante and Darius Martin, versus Brothers A and Hardy Boys, and the result of this match was Action Andretti and Top Flight won the match by pinfall with a full Nelson slam from Dante Martin on Brothers A. Backstage, Renee Paquette interviews Action Andretti and Top Flight, but Penta L0M rolls up to offer a fist bump to Dante. Penta counts the 3 of them, and then brings out Commander and Hijo del Vikingo and counts the 3 of them. Then we saw House Rules match between Emi Sakura vs. Julia Hart for the AEW TBS Championship, and the result of this match was Julia Hart defeated Emi Sakura by pinfall with the Moonsault, retaining the AEW TBS title. Mariah May is interviewed and she thanks RJ City for introducing her to Toni Storm and it means the world to her. Christian Cage makes his entrance and gets on the mic in a ring full of security, and he calls Adam Copeland out and says they're not going to make it to Montreal for the match he challenged him to. Christian says he doesn't care that Adam grew up with a single mom and not having a father figure, and he's not suggesting he is his father, but he is his brother, and his father became Adam's father. To this day his dad is still Copeland's biggest fan, and they weren't 2 random guys thrown together, he loves him. Christian says when Edge's mom passed away a few years ago that was the hardest time of his life, she said she'd love to see them team one last time, and on that drive, he started thinking about it and he wanted to do it for her and go on this journey again as a tag team, just like he said, for Judy. Copeland looks away thinking about it, Christian rears up the title belt, but Adam has him scouted with a knee to the gentleman's area, and he tells him it was a nice try but he needs to shine the TNT title up real nice because next week she's coming home with him. In the main event of the show, we saw the Continental Classic Gold League match between Switchblade Jay White vs Shane Swerve Strickland, and the result of this match was Shane Strickland defeated Jay White by pinfall, earning 3 more points, and now he has 6 points in his plate, and the show goes off the air.